All right, Mr. Holliday here. We got a great lesson today. This is the beginning of our perspective unit. And the software that I would like you to get is up here in the web section up here where you can see where you can have your website area. It's called sketchup.com, products SketchUp for schools. So make sure that you uh, get this uh, web link, and I will have it attached in the stream of the classroom. Okay, so with that said, you're going to go through this process of getting started, so forth and so on. So let's get right at it. This is what the software looks like. It is a edu.sketchup.com situation, so it's all built for schools. And the way we're going to get started with this project today is just understanding some basic tools. Okay. Now you have, it's very necessary for you to have a mouse. So if you have a 3-button mouse, that would mean a left click, a middle mouse button, and a right click. Today, you're going to learn how to orbit. Now, you have tools along the side, right? The left side of the panel here, you see your tools. This is the orbit. So if you don't have a mouse, you can click on the orbit and left click and move your hand around or move the tracker pad around on your Chromebook. But that is pretty clunky. So if you have a mouse, the way you would manipulate this is you would press down on the middle mouse button and you would literally twist your wrist around and move the mouse around with the button pushed down. Okay, and you can also scroll in and scroll out using the scroll wheel. Okay, and these are very important tools with the mouse. Now, another tool with the mouse is to hold down Shift and you hold down the middle mouse button, and you can literally pan to the left, press and move your wrist, pressing down with the middle mouse button, and move to the right to the left. So you can move from left to right and from right to left. I'm holding down Shift to do this. Okay, so real quick here, the tools that we're going to use today will be this rectangular tool and the push-pull tool. And we're going to use the line tool. All right. So some other things that I want you to realize here is that I have longitude lines and uh, I also have latitude and depth lines. Okay, so positioning the rectangle tool in such a way I can make horizontal and vertical rectangles. So this is a horizontal rectangle, a vertical rectangle. So it stands up like that. And if I orbit around, you can see that it's standing up. Now I want to make a horizontal rectangle. So now I lay it flat. So just by moving the hand up and down and putting it in different positions, you can orbit and find different ways to make your rectangle. So this is a laid flat horizontal rectangle. This rectangle here is vertical. So it's very important that you understand that. So it's all about positioning in orbit so that I can draw that. So here again, I'll draw that again. This is a vertical. And then just by orbiting down, I can make my horizontal. And it takes a little practice, but you'll get used to it. Now watch this. Go to the push-pull and pull it up a little bit. Now, if I go to this bottom right-hand corner, I can see the distance of how far I pull things out. So when you pull something out, you see these like little points. That lets you know that that area is activated, and I can pull it out as far as I want and pull it up as high as I want. So I zoom in on it, you can see these little fine dots, okay? And that's really important that you understand that, All right. Now we're going to get into 2-point perspective, 1-point perspective, but the view you're looking at right now is 2-point perspective. All right, because I see the corners of the object and I see the corner line moving to a vanishing point to the right, vanishing point to the left on all of these objects. All right. And if I was to use 1-point perspective, I would orbit and I would only see one side of the object. Okay, like I will see one side moving into perspective. Well, actually, I'll see two sides, but there's only one converging line on these. And we'll get more into those kind of ideas later on this week. So this is 1-point perspective. This is 2-point perspective. Okay, we'll understand that as time goes on. Now, this is today's exercise. So I'm going to pan over here a little bit, and I want you to take your rectangle tool, and I want you to get into position so you can draw a vertical square. And actually, you see the word square. If you pull it in such a way where it gives you a perfect square, you'll see the word square, and that's what I want you to get. So get a square shape. Then I want you to come to the line tool. Let's zoom in and watch this. You go across the top and you'll see this word midpoint. Click and drag a vertical line down from midpoint to midpoint. All right, so there's a midpoint here and there's a midpoint there. That's your first vertical axis. Now I want to do a horizontal axis. So I'm going to go from midpoint here all the way across, midpoint, and now I subdivided it and I have 4 sections. I'm going to subdivide it again here, subdivide it again here, subdivide it again here, subdivide it again here. And so what I'm ending up with is a set of even squares. I have 4 across and 4 down, which will give me 16 squares. Now I want to come to another tool I should have mentioned was the erase tool. And you're going to erase this square and these little squares like this, because we're going to make a staircase. So I'm going to erase that, erase this, erase that, and I'm going to see a staircase forming here really easy. Okay, and there's my staircase. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I want to get rid of this line, and I just click on that. Click to get rid of those lines. Now I want to get rid of these interior lines as well. All right, so with the eraser, I'm just clicking, and you have to be right on that line. A little circle will allow you to erase. Sometimes you could zoom in on it to help you see it better. And I want to get rid of these little lines. And I'm going to make a staircase by using the push-pull tool. So I orbit around, come over here to my push-pull, grab the front, and pull it out, and orbit. And there is my staircase. So that's our assignment for today. It's really, really easy. I want you to do this, and then I'm going to show you how to save this, and you're going to hand this in for a grade. Okay, so you're going to save this. So you're going to go save as. I'm going to put in holiday. You just put stairs, that's fine. And then you're going to put it right into, this is your Google Drive. You could put it there. And then you would have a folder made, and that's where it's going to go. All right. And it could also be saved as a exported image. So we would save it as a PNG, and this can go directly export to PNG, export it. and that goes directly to your download. So if it's in your download, then you would take it from your download, and here it is, Holiday Stairs. It's a PNG file. If I click on it, there it is. So you would upload the PNG file to me, okay? So let's go through that again. File, export, PNG, and you gave it a name earlier, Holiday Stairs, and then you would export it. Okay, so that's what I need you guys to do. Okay, that ends our lesson.